Hi, my name is Marc from jazzguitarlessons.net, and here's a quickie video, a quick answer Q&A relating to business and making your own compositions and perhaps finding work. So I'm answering a question asked by Max, a visitor and friend of the website, and instead of just answering in an email, I figured everybody can take the answer and maybe get something out of it. So good for you, good for me. First thing, Max asked, basically I'm quoting, he says, assuming that one has enough decent material, original compositions, how do you go about finding work? There has to be a video for this. Here it is. Although I'm far from being an expert, do you need to make your own CD? How do you do so when you're on a budget? How many songs on the CD? When you get hired, how much do you charge for your band, etc. So let me tell you this, Max. I sort of quit making music, and the top of my musical career was really when I released this thing, which is called The Time It Took. An original CD of five compositions. It's an EP. It's an extended play, small, thin CD, just one sleeve, back and forth color, one photo. The basic. And the thing is, for me, I was playing mostly say corporate gigs. I was playing cocktail, trio, or duo gigs. Often I was going to find work, say, in restaurants, and I would be playing in fancy restaurant duo, guitar and bass, and we'd be playing standards. If this avenue is not interesting to you because you want to have your own content, well, yes, you have to record a CD, and you have to hunt for gigs. Now, bear in mind, I am no specialist of the music business because I was not... Say, when I stopped trying to book my own gigs and my own compositions, I did not do it for a very long time, although I had a small following. I think people on the website enjoyed it. What I believe to be, I think I'm more of a teacher, and I like to talk about this stuff more than anything else, right? So I'm not an expert. The other thing you have to consider is as I'm living in Canada. In Montreal, the scene is pretty good, but perhaps not as good as Southern California, or not as good as LA, or first of all, New York, right? So the type of work, the opportunity, the type of players you can play with, the type of studios, the type of audience is not the same as I had in my own experience in Canada, in Montreal. I'm not in Montreal anymore. I'm in Ottawa here, and just went skating on the beautiful Canal Rideau. If you've never been there, highly recommended. It's the longest outdoor skating rink in the world. It's many kilometers, many miles long. So anyways, check it out. So what I'm saying is I'm no expert. Plus I was maybe in a situation that's different than you. So let me suggest this. Do you have to make a CD? Yes. How many songs? 5's good. How do you record the songs on a budget? I'll explain all of this, and I'll show you where I got my ideas. And around the beginning of the year 2011, I said, oh my God, I gotta do this. Exactly what you said. I want to find work with my own compositions. I want to be able to charge money for a band. I want to be able to book gigs where I play original tunes. Although when I was doing the cocktail, sometimes I could play an original tune if it sounded decent enough. People don't really notice if they're having spaghetti. They just listen to jazz, and it's all the same to most people anyway. So let me show you this. I'll put the link in the comments. It's a book called Beyond Talent, Creating a Successful Career in Music, written by Angela Miles Beeching. That's on the cover. She's the director of the career services at New England Conservatory of Music. And this changed my perspective on making a CD. Trying to have a career. It's mostly for jazz musicians. So Max, you play instrumental music. It's very smooth. It's very cool. By the way, it's really nice composition and really nice playing you got there. And for classical players too. So it's like we're in the same boat in a certain way because we need to market our music more so than our image or trying to sell tickets at the door like a rock band or something like that. So this changed my life. First thing, you have to record a CD. You have to have a solid demo. So what I did, I made friend with some guy that was studying sound engineering and electroacoustic composition at school at Concordia University. And this guy recorded me for basically free, because what he wanted is use what he has as recordings for his classes. So it was a win-win situation. I need a band to record, and you need a recording of your thing. So I said, all right, let's do 5 compositions. We did 5 compositions. We played the 5 tunes 3 times. Like we did 3 sets, 3 identical sets. What wound up on this is the last set. So it's a 1 take, no editing, just capture the sound of the room. There was another guy that went in and did the mastering. It was amazing, like a PhD in sound engineering or something. And I followed the recipe in there in terms of having a title that's easy to read and your name a little less easier to read. No picture unless you're a top model or unless you're a child or you're a very well-known person, because this is not too good on the top of an album. Here, small photo inside. It's an old one. Track listing, composition, years, times, liner notes, as in tracks recorded at this place by on drums. I have Alain Bourgeois, amazing player. Marcin Garbelinski, amazing double bass player. And on the CD itself, you need printing too, 2 names, album, etc. So this is all the stuff I picked up in the book, and it's enough to go around. And I spent maybe for printing all the CDs, I don't know, maybe $1,000. I don't know, maybe $1,000, and I had like a lot of copies of the CD. I still have like hundreds for sale here. So you want to do this so you have a product. So if you want to go to a club and you want to tell the booker, look, this is what I do, it's an amazing business card. And you can create your own business cards for free, like at Vistaprint or something like that. And now let's get into the meat, because I'm running out of time here. 5 tunes on the CD. You want to have a web presence. You need a personal website. I have jazzguitarlessons.net, but I have marcandreseguin.com, which is my first name and last name. Artist website, streaming audio, pictures taken by a professional, 3 pictures, a press kit, all the previous places you've been, if you've won awards or whatever, a bio. For me, I did it in French and English. You know, you need to do all this work, and when you approach a club owner or booker, at least you're there, you exist in the present. So yes, YouTube, website, press kit, and when you play music, it's not very lucrative. For me, the minimum back like 3 years ago was $100 each. Trio, $300, 3 sets, 45 minutes per set, and 15 minutes of break or something like that. If you can have food and beer included, that's good too. So there's a huge, long marketing process that comes after that. After you record it, after you have your bases solid, and this can come handy to read this guy, because you can start to ask for reference letters. You can start to create your own brand, your own image. I'm thinking of Kronos Quartet or those guys. So it's a long process, and there's no one right answer. What I did is everything that was prescribed in the book. I was fairly successful, but it's nothing that pays the rent, unfortunately. Teaching pays the rent, but not playing, unless you're, I don't know, you're a really big shot like Pat Metheny and you're a millionaire. That's another story. So in any case, I hope it helps. Let me know if you have any questions. Post in a comment here, or please feel free to send me an email at jazzguitarlessons.net. Improve your jazz guitar playing with a real teacher. Take care.